Enough chit chat, let's bend some wood. Steam bending does need a little bit of extra equipment. The main thing you need is a form, something to bend the wood around and hold it in shape while the steamed wood cools. You'll also need clamps, one for each of the forms. I've made myself a fancy little plywood box for steaming. It's also big enough to hold all the bits and pieces for my steam bending kit. If, like me, you suck at sticking more than 2 pieces of wood together, then congratulations. A steam bending box, it's good for it to have a few little gaps where the steam can get out. If it doesn't have any gaps, then essentially you've made a pressure cooker, which could be dangerous. Mind you, too leaky and it won't get up to temperature. Having a little thermometer will help you know whether or not you've got it hot enough on the inside. You need a steam generator. It generates steam. Not much else to say. If you just want to dip your feet into the steamy waters of steam bending, you could just use a pot with some water in it and something to suspend your blank above it. My rice cooker has a little steaming tray. Anything that will hold the temperature for long enough for you to bend whatever piece of wood it is you're putting in there. No need to jump in right away with all this kit. Whatever method you use, you will be pulling wood out of a boiling environment, so some form of protection, some gloves will be great, oven mitts will probably work. Finally, you need some wood to bend. I've just been using cherry, which is working fine for me. The all-knowing internet suggests using hardwoods, oak, ash, hickory, elm. They all seem to be near the top of most lists, but give it a go with whatever you've got, see if it works. This is how I go about steam bending. I've only made about 50 or so bent spatulas, so I'm definitely still in the learning stage of this. First, you're going to want to fill the generator with water, attach it to the box. Be aware that if you've got a slightly leaky box, then water will pool around the bottom of it. If you don't want it sitting in a puddle, think about that beforehand. Get the shelves ready, turn on the generator. You do want to have your billets prepared. Straight grained green wood, so wood that's already got a high moisture content works best. For my spatulas, I get it down to about 1/2 inch, 12 millimeters thick. Make a few extras to account for failures. You might break a few in the steam bending process. And then I draw the template on beforehand so I know which side of the billet I want to be up. Put the billets in the box. Leave an air gap between the billets. You want the steam to be able to circulate around them. The general rule of thumb seems to be an hour per inch of thickness. These are 1/2 inch, so 1/2 hour. Pull the billets out and put them in the forms. Set up near the box and have a clear plan of how you're going to fit the wood to the form and attach the clamp. The wood cools and hardens pretty quickly, so seconds do really count. Start bending the wood as quickly as possible. Apply an even pressure to the wood, no sudden movements. Let the clamp help with the final bit of the bending. I let mine cool overnight, and then after that, they're good to carve. Some troubleshooting. Sometimes the outside fibers being stretched will break. If only a few of them break, it's fine, you can carve it away afterwards. If too many fibers break or the billet itself snaps, you might not have steamed it for long enough. If I've had one snap, I'll usually let the others have like a few more minutes in the steamer just to see if that was the problem. You can also have compression failures on the inside of the bend. It will look like the wood has folded rather than bent smoothly. These failures tend to be either due to over steaming the wood, so it's become a bit too pliable, or you're using a form that has too tight of a curve on it. If the fold isn't very deep, then you might be able to carve it away once the form has set. That said, the fibers under the fold will be weaker than if you had a successful bend. Kitchen utensils aren't subject to a lot of stress, so if you're having it for home use, you can probably get away with it fine. Just bear in mind that there's a part of your steam bending process that does need tweaking. If you liked this video, please give it a thumbs up. If you hated the video, let me know why in the comments. I've also got these other videos to help you in green woodworking that you might also enjoy. Thanks for watching, and see you later.